Jack, how you been doing during the lockdown? What's been keeping you busy?
I've been good. I've been lucky that I had a like a 2/3 of the way finished recording studio.
Okay.
Looking at me like when I finished up with the Disciples, and I was thinking I was going to spend a lot of time in 2020, finishing it, but I had no idea I was going to have as much time as I ended up having. I had nothing but time.
Where is the studio?
So that kept me busy. It's in Asbury Park.
Oh, okay. And it's open to the public, or should be open to the public?
Yeah, it's. I mean, we're basically just starting, and we're in the middle of a pandemic, obviously. So we're going to be open to the public. I actually have a session today. So,
oh, okay.
So yeah, but it's just early days. It's just starting out,
Yeah.
And Jack, you actually did a lot of the work yourself, from what I remember, because when we were having our conversations, you were being, you weren't singing "If I Were a Carpenter," you were actually being a carpenter.
You're right. I did everything except for the electrical wiring and the smoke detector system and that stuff, because you don't really want to mess around with that because of regulations and insurance and so on and so forth. So I did all the carpentry stuff and all the everything else, all the treatments and all the clouds and everything that's involved in making a studio.
Did you design the studio based on your own experiences? I mean, I had a rehearsal studio business in California for a while, and I tried to design a studio that musicians would find comfortable. And coming from that objective, was that what you did there?
I did, based on all the studios I've been in, and also based on what I think the sort of realistic model is these days, because recording studios in the 60s and 70s, might be the size of a basketball court, but not anymore. I mean, and it's actually changed the sound of records. I think, a lot of people are making records in smaller facilities, and it's really just economics. I mean, the budgets aren't there. The record companies aren't going to support like a studio that's $2,000 a day or whatever. So,
right.
I tried to downscale it and make it really nice and really comfortable and really good gear. We have an API legacy console and, Neve mic pre's and all the great stuff, but it's not a huge facility. It's big enough, to get a great drum sound, but not so big that, the cost of building it alone is just going to put you out of business before you start.
So, but bands can record as an ensemble there, yes?
Absolutely, and we've done about 5 sessions so far. You guys are probably familiar with Mark Ribler, who's the MD for the Disciples of Soul, and we've done like I think 5 sessions for his new record here already, and as a 4-piece rhythm section, bass, guitar, drums, and keyboards, all tracking together, and it's worked out great.
You want to comment on the advantages now? Everyone is recording at home and sending files around, about the dynamic of having 4 or 5 players in the same room.
I don't think there's anything like it, really, to be honest. I think you can send stuff around, and particularly if you're very familiar with each other's playing, you can get away with sending stuff, and it'll probably sound pretty close, but there's nothing like the magic of like getting 4 or 5 guys all responding to each other at the same time. So there's all this stuff that you don't really realize is happening, but it's all micro adjustments in your brain, to your hands, to your ears, like sort of adjusting to what you're hearing. In other words, the guitar player just does a little thing, or the drummer just does a little thing, and you're making all these adjustments. And that, to me, is what kind of creates like real magic in a record, in a recording. And that's, maybe it sounds old fashioned or whatever, but that's what I still really am attracted to, I
think there's no substitute for physical presence, because you don't see the other guy smiling and getting off at what you're playing.
Right.
And there's something about that,
that's the emotional side of it, which is a whole other level of like, you look over and, someone makes a look or whatever. And it's just, That's where, that, to me, that's where the magic is. That's where the fun is.